that.
Get over there.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Are you what I see? Purple shirt, cargo pants, and black boots. It's war time, send the prayers up and call the troops. Blow the trumpets, the prophets are risen from the dead. That valley of them dry bones, the spirit is fed. Laying open the book of law to teach the people. Crying loud as a trumpet trying to reach the people. Scoffers, naysayers, you hypocrites. Ain't keeping one damn law, your honor with your lips. Blind guys leading the blind into a pit. You're twofold, the child of hell, then your pastor is. Want some people with no mercy, we will bastard kids. All praises to the Father, we've been reconciled. Rebirth, resurrected, and regenerated. Sin using flesh, cover bones that were naked. This holy Bible is the antidote to heal the people. But we still some stiff-necked and rebellious children.
Today, we don't know. He just showed you that you didn't know your nationality. My apologies. My name is Sergeant Lottie. What's your name, brother? What'd you say? Drake? Drake. All right, all praise, all praise. So, we're in Israel United in Christ. We're here to teach the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. So, what the brother was bringing out is that we are the true Jews. The reason that we do not know our nationality is why. Why don't we know who we are? Come a little closer, I can't hear you. Right. So how do we lift ourselves up? Do we lift ourselves up in Christianity? Do we lift ourselves up in Egyptology? Do we lift ourselves up in Afrocentrism? What do we lift ourselves up in? We should lift ourselves up in our own heritage. In our own heritage. Who are we? Read what you got. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage. Discontinue from thy what? Thy heritage. Brother, when did we discontinue from our heritage? When? It was a specific time that we discontinued from our heritage. Do you know? You don't remember? Slavery! Slavery is when we were discontinued These be the words which Moses, which who? Moses spake unto all Israel. So the book of Deuteronomy is Moses talking to the Israelites, not the Chinese, not the Arabs, not your neighborhood, not your neighborhood friendly red man. He's talking to the Israelites. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. But thou art an holy people. Brother, you are a holy people. You hear that? You're an Israelite. You're a holy people. Hold your question. I'll get you in a second, all right? Read. Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people that won the faith. Nah, equal. My man, you had to mess that up. That's saying equal. Above all people that won the face of the earth. Now, the Constitution of America says that all men are created equal. What the Bible say though? Above all people that won the face of the earth. There is no equality, black man. You are above all nations. You are not equal. Stop fighting for equal rights. That's ridiculous. Read it again. Above all people that won the face of the earth. You're above all nations. Keep God's love and rule. Hey, Shalom, brother. How you doing? You got a question? You say you was an atheist, bro? So you say you don't believe in God? Is he right? Is he high? See, I understand where you get that from. You get it from the world. You get it from being in the world so much, chill around weed and listen to rap videos and listen to Young Thug or whatever you listen to. You can listen to country rap. They still talking about that. They still talking about that. So, no, Christ is not high in this picture. Read what you got. Genesis chapter 49, verse 12. This is going to explain why Christ's eyes are red. His eyes shall be red with wine. Nah, bro, with light withdrawal, bro. With wine. Nah, with strong pack. With wine. Wine, brother. He is not high on marijuana or drugs. He's been drinking wine. Why? Because he knew that he was going to die for a rebellious nation of people that were in the later times saying it was atheists and wearing socks with a white woman on. He was not drunk. He was drinking wine in moderation. He was stressed. He was stressed. He will read to you why he was stressed. Alright? Are you an atheist? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? You don't? So you don't believe there's a God in heaven. I'm going to read this and then I got a scripture for that. Read what you got. Isaiah 30 verse 1. Moses, right? That this is a rebellious people. That's why Christ was stressed. Because this nation, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all rebellious, man. We telling you that you're the greatest thing on earth. All you gotta do is keep the commandments and rule. All you gotta do is keep the commandments. Read. Lying children. Liar. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Children that will what? Not hear the law of the Lord. Brother, you're not supposed to be high. You're supposed to be sober-minded. That's the law of the Lord. Brother, you're supposed to have fringes on your garments. You're not supposed to be walking around looking like these other nations. You're supposed to be a set-apart people. Do you? All right, finish this out. Read what you got. It says the seers see not, and to the prophet, prophesy not us right things. That's what they said to Christ. Don't tell us the right things. Don't tell us women. You're supposed to adorn yourself in modest apparel. You're supposed to have on a dress. You've never seen a queen, or I apologize, you've never seen a princess or royalty wear pants. That's right. You always see royalty wearing dresses. That's right. Sister, you're royalty. You should wear a royal dress, not pants like a common woman. Finish reading what you get. Speak up to us, smooth thing. That's what you get in Sunday church, smooth word. You're going to get your blessings, son. All you got to do is give me your tithes. Read. Prophesy to see. That's what they want to do, prophesy to see. Now let me ask you a question, brother. Why don't you believe there's a God? What did this to you? What happened? Why would you? That is a great question. I don't know if you heard the brother's question. He said, if there is a God, Hey, you chewing on gum? You got gum in your mouth? Where you get that gum from, bro? What store? Do our people own that store? Oh, that's terrible. So you bought, let me make my point. So you bought chewing gum of another nation of people. Let's read the other one. Third. And then third, what's the last thing you drank? Water. Water falls from the sky for free. Where did you buy your water from, though? From Target. Do our people own Target, brother? No, it's no maybe. We do not own Target. They bottle water that falls free from the sky and they sold it to you. One more. And Nick, hold on. Where you get that hat from, bro? Who made that hat? Look at the tag. You would say made in China? Some skateboard shop? Do we own that skateboard shop? Stop. Do we own the manufacturers that manufactured that hat? No. So us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we go through every other nation for everything. For them clean purses, for them clean shades, for that phone in your pocket. You went to another nation for all those things. Why? Because we can make that stuff ourselves. But why do we have to go buy it from other nations? Because we broke God's commandments. Let's read the last part. And a walk of all things. Death certificate, birth certificate, marriage certificate. And he, that same enemy from the beginning of the city, shall put a yoke of iron. Shall put a what? A yoke of iron. A what? A yoke of iron. A yoke of iron upon thy neck. Until he has destroyed thee. Until he destroyed thee. Until you no longer knew that you were the children of Israel. That you were from the tribe of Judah. Everything, you were African American, dude. Why? Because these are great. You got some good questions. But what's your name? Makai, all places. You got good questions, brother. Why did this happen to us? Because we broke God's commandments. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
That's so extreme. Like, it's so unnecessary.
So we don't get Deuteronomy 28 and 1. We're going to read the vice versa. If you broke God's commandments, what would happen? Yeah, you would get curses. Those effed up things are curses. Those yokes of iron, these are curses. Read what you got. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. You do the commandments and listen to them, read, to observe, and to do all his commandments. Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. Wait a minute. So if we kept the commandments, we wouldn't be in the ghettos? If we kept the commandments, we wouldn't have yokes of iron upon our necks? If we kept the commandments, we would buy our own clothes, we would make our own clothes, phones, jewelry, food, water. We would have all that for ourselves. And y'all don't want to keep the commandments? What you get? Read what you get. Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you. Read, O children of Israel. O children of who? Of Israel. Read. Against the whole family which are brought up from the land Egypt. Saying, you only have I known. Everybody, God knows everybody. You only have I known of the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Hold on. These red people, she ain't got fringes on her shirt. Her hair ain't covered. They're not keeping the commandments. They eating pork. It don't matter. God gave the laws to you. So if your forefathers didn't keep the commandments, that's why we went through this. That's why we went through this. So that's the FL problem. How you doing, brother? You got any questions? What are the two commandments? We got some good questions coming out today. All praise to the Most High. We answer this. Come back to you. I want you to listen to it, all right? Because that was a good question. What true judgment of Israel. Why always in the Bible it always says children of Israel? How come we don't say children of Moab or nothing like that? Because God gave these laws to the Israelites. Continue reading. And bid them that make them fringes. Make them what? Fringes. In the border of their garment. Throughout their generation. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So wearing fringes with the border of blue is a commandment. That's one of the commandments, brother. That if you love God, give me that. If you love God, you're going to do what? You're going to do what he say. It's as simple as that. If you don't do his commandments, what's going to happen? You're going to get a 400-year whooping. You're going to get a 400-year whooping. So we're going to bring out a scripture that perfectly fits you right now. You don't believe in a higher power? You just think you came here on your own, right? From what? Say it again.
Science. My parents having intercourse. That's how.
Yes, science. Read it together. Go to the 14, verse 1. The fool. The what? The fool. The what? The fool. That's you sing. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Read it again. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. That's you sing. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. There is a God, brother. How did your mother come to come? How did your mother and your father come about? How did their mother and their father come about? So we just use a big bang, right? Boom! There goes Earth. Read what you got. 2 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. Oh, Timothy, keep that which committed to thy trust. What was committed to his trust? These laws of God for your good. For your good. Read about it, profane and bang babbling. Bang babbling. Like boom! Now the earth is around. The big bang, that's vanity. It counts for nothing. And opposition of science. Opposition of what? Science. Of what? Science. Falsely so-called. Falsely so-called. That's word. So if evolution is real, prove it. Prove it. Okay, so what happened to the rest of the chimpanzees? Why are they still chimpanzees? Read the last part of that. An opposition of science, false, so-called. So-called, because he can't even prove it. Hey, they have Darwin's theory of what? Darwin's theory of evolution is a religion. Because you have to believe in it. You cannot prove it.
Okay, alright, so by that logic, that means you can't prove it. It's a real religion. By that logic, because you have to prove it. You can't prove it.
So you tell me I can't. So what you're telling me is I can't prove that this Bible is real, right?
Can you prove that Greek mythology existed?
This is not Greek mythology. This is the history and the prophecies of the children of Israel. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out! Bring it out!
Okay, is there any other book that gives prophecy? Something that happened after you said it, thousands of years. We're going to read it out of the Bible. Read what you
trust one man to make all this information something in those things.
That's the good thing about studying and showing yourself approved.
How do we not know that he was a pathological liar? He could have been lying to all of us.
Hey, check this out. Hold on a second.
He could have hallucinated.
Oh, I'm listening to your madness over here. Hold on a second. You said, how can you trust one man to prophesy on these things, right? That's what you do.
No, I don't.
Who taught you philosophy? Who taught you Darwinism? Who taught you your understanding? Who gave you the books that you read? Who did that? Deuteronomy 28 place.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47.
This is a prophecy of the history of the children of Israel. If we didn't keep the commandments of God, we would go into slavery on slave ships. If we didn't keep the commandments of God and trusted in man, this is what happened. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
But you don't do that. You don't serve God with joyfulness and gladness of heart. You serve your oppressor. You serve the mindset of your doggone oppressor. Read.
For the abundance of all things.
We're supposed to serve the Lord thy God for the abundance of everything. Come on.
Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemy.
And God said, because you don't, young man, you're going to serve your enemy. Right now in America, you're serving your enemy.
Which the Lord shall sin against thee.
Who sees the enemy against us?
The Lord shall sin against thee.
Because of our disobedience. You're still disobedient today. Come on.
And hunger.
If you want food, you got to go to your enemy. Who's your enemy? You don't understand that now. It's the same person that taught you Darwinism. The big bang theory. I said you're going to serve the enemy for food. Come on. And in dirt. If you want water, you got to go to your enemy. Come on.
And in naked.
If you want that fuel piece and wage t-shirt, you got to go to your daggone enemy.
And a war of all things.
Heard it again?
War of all things.
So you got to go to your enemy for one of all things. So education, religion, toilet paper, toothpick, clothing, birth certificate, death certificate, ID, for everything you got to go to your daggone enemy. Who taught you to hate yourself? Who gave you your understanding? Your enemy. Now you're actually, you hate yourself. You hate your people because you don't apply the commandments of God. That shows that you hate yourself. That's why you black. That's why you're not an Israelite. That's why you're black. Come on, look at this up. Who the hell is that? Look at this up. What you hate, you don't hate yourself. Yes, self-hate. What you mocking her, you showing the other people that you give an S about her. Watch it. Come on.
Mark chapter 2, verse 18. What profited the graven image?
Prophet those images, brother. You don't see us rocking them daggone stupid dumb images that falsify the truth of the Most High God. You don't see us doing that. We don't do that. Why are you doing that?
I don't care about anything.
You don't care about anything about anything. We're not religious. We ain't telling you religion. We showing you history. Did we not show you this history? Did we not show you this history? Did we not show you that history? Who you learned it from? Who taught you? Who came up with the curriculum? Who came up with the curriculum? Who came up with the curriculum? Stop being scared. It's time for you men to stand up and be damn men. Who taught you your curriculum? Say it again, brother. Your damn oppressor. Your enemy, that's what God calls them. Your enemy came up with that doctrine. Your enemy came up with that mindset. That's why you're dumb as hell right now. That's why you messed up and get destroyed right now. Give me Psalms 83. Let me show you brothers and sisters something out here. Let me show you brothers and sisters something out here. He walked over here in confusion. He left marked by the Most High's prophets. You walked over here in confusion. Now you're marked by the Most High's prophets. Okay? Wise to do evil.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumble.
The enemies made a lot of work, come on.
And they that hate thee,
They that hate God and hate us, come on.
have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Who did the enemy take counsel against, brother? Brother right here. Who did our enemies take counsel against? Counsel to come up with Planned Parenthood, to come up with Section 8, WIC, food stamps, Black Lives Matter. Who's taking that crafty counsel? Who sat down and had dictates on I'm for the projects too.
So white people ran the project.
They ran the projects. So you had to go to them to get your government cheese, that big block. That would never burn, it would take years to burn. Yeah. Hey, that's me too. That's me too, bro. Well, who took that Catholic council to put us in those projects? Think of the word project.
Well, I think the white people.
You said the white people? God calls them something a little different. There's no such thing as being white. Your head is white. Your head is white. No such thing as white or black people today. No such thing. They're Edomites. That's what they are. They're descended from Esau. Yes, that's what they are. They're Edomites. Bring them. Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
What have they done?
Taking crafty counsel against thy people.
So the other nations have taken crafty counsel against God's people. Who's God's people? The children of Israel are God's people. The enemies have taken crafty counsel. It's not just the so-called white man that's taking that counsel. It's the Chinese, the Japanese. The Chinese may come and set up shopping in their neighborhoods.
Yeah, right.
The Africans, the Arabs, they set up shopping in neighborhoods. We ain't got no black-owned stores in there because they got all the stores in our neighborhood.
Right. Right now.
It ain't no such thing as African-American town, but you got a Chinatown.
Yeah.
It ain't no such thing as African-Americanville, but you got what Emelec going New York.
Yeah.
The Diamond District.
Right.
Come on.
And consider against thy enemies. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
What your enemy say, brother? Let's cut you off from being a nation. They took your heritage and your nationality and said, we're not going to call you a prince of the house of God. We're going to call you nigger. We're going to call you African American. We're going to call you Hispanic. We're going to call you Puerto Rican. We're going to call you Dominican. Come on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why we don't remember we Israelites. Because they came and they cut us off from being a nation. They destroyed us mentally, man. Come on.
But they have concerted together with one consent.
They concerted together and all of them are on one consent. Even though it might seem like they're fighting against each other, they're all confederate in keeping us down. That's one common thing they have against us. All of them come together in one instant to make sure these people never rise again. Come on.
They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. Edom.
That's your Edomites. That's your so-called white people. That's the tabernacles of Edom. It's naming names. It's going to be revealed today. All you conspirators of this crafty council. Come on.
And the Israelites.
The Israelites, that's your Arabs. You're being put out today. Come on.
Of Moab.
Moab, that's your Chinese.
And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes, that's your dirty, stinky, dusty Africans. Come on.
And Gabel.
Come on.
And Ammon.
Come on.
And Amalek.
Amalek, come on. That's the so-called Jewish. Those fake Jews over there, man. They call themselves Jewish because they wish they were Jews. They're Ishmaelites. So they're Jew-like. They're not even the doggone Jews. The Jews are us, brother. They're in the color. The Jews had melanin. Come on.
Philistines.
The Philistines won out of the storm.
With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also enjoying with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Selah.
So, all these nations are taking crafty counsel and being conspirators of this crafty counsel against us. It ain't just your so-called white people. It ain't just them. Okay? They ain't the only ones that perpetrated these heinous acts against us. They ain't the only ones that led us into slavery. Before it was them, it was the Arabs and the Africans. Doing the sub-Saharan slave trade. It ain't just them. But all of them are in one mind of keeping us destroyed. All of them are in one consent to keeping us destroyed as a people. Okay? That's why all of them, they come together, they buy and sell in your neighborhoods. Okay? They do much wickedness in your neighborhoods. They bring the hell weed and the crack and the drugs and the guns into your neighborhoods. And then they say, look at them, they're monsters, they're killing and shooting each other. They're getting high and destroying each other. Who put that stuff in your damn neighborhood? Who brought the drugs to our community? It won't that nigga Tyrone. It won't that Raul. Who brought the drugs to our community? Who did that? Huh? You say Edomites? All praises. They were one of the conspirators. But remember, all the nations took crafty counsel against us. All the nations had us in slavery at one point or another. Huh? So this prophecy right here, Revelations 13 and 10. So this prophecy right here can be fulfilled. They had to put us in slavery. They had to bring us into captivity. But our disobedience, first and foremost, because we were disobedient. That's what they were put here for. God created us to have dominion over everybody and everything. Well, He created us, right? We wanted to be like You understand? So now we're being destroyed, we're being buffeted, we're being beaten by the other nations. That we were meant to move over. Okay? You said why do we have to go into slavery captivity under all these nations? Revelation 13 and 10.
Book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So, those nations that led us into captivity shall go into captivity. Those nations that killed the Israelites with the sword must be killed with the sword. Not might or could or may want to be. It's they must be killed with the sword. This is patience and faith that we have. We are the saints of the Most High God. This is the patience and faith that we have. Okay? And this is the last ruling power here. We almost done. We almost out of this bondage. We almost finished with this nonsense. We almost done getting our back beat. This is the last ruling kingdom before Christ the Black Messiah come back to destroy this place.
That's right.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.